When it comes to morality, it's no secret that religion can make a lot of people overbearing, judgmental, hypocritical, which makes a lot of people not want to be around them. This leads a lot of people to conclude that apart from religion, people are more likable or at minimum more bearable. Why is this? I think I might know. Let's chat about it. If you've ever felt a little bit of excitement when a religious person publicly gets caught doing immoral things, then my guess is that you're probably not alone. When a religious person gets caught in doing wrong, then a lot of non-religious people might feel a little sort of revenge and take pleasure in making religious people feel the same way that they believe that religious people made them feel. Judged, hurt, embarrassed, and shamed. If it's true that religious people compared to non-religious people can end up more judgy, hypocritical, and look down on other people for not being as moral as they consider themselves to be, then we can start by asking, how does this happen? Let's start with the cause. In most cases, I typically see it going something like this. Now, a religious person may feel better than others if they think that they have something that others don't, and that's a morally superior life. This naturally causes them to look down on others that they believe aren't living as good of a life, and it gives them a sense of entitlement and lets them feel superior to others. The tattoo says, "Only God can judge me," and yet here I am. Now, this isn't necessarily unique to religion. We see this manifest in other ways in life also. I'm sure we all know someone that goes to the gym and eats healthy, who looks down on others who don't go to the gym and eat fast food. Ugh, I can't believe you're putting that in your body. Didn't you just start working out yesterday? Today's day one of your diet. What are you doing? Just taking a pic of my gains. Do you even lift, bro? They feel superior because they're eating clean and living a healthy life, unlike everyone else who's not. Or how about people who feel like they're superior because of their skin color? They feel valuable because they're a certain race, and people who aren't are inferior in some way. Or what about political stances? I mean, there's a number of things. Even if we see ourselves as people who never judge and never look down on people, then we might start looking down on these people that we think judge and look down on people. So once again, we start feeling morally superior to those kinds of people. At some level, we're all vulnerable to this sort of thinking. It can be a number of things, but usually it's that number one thing that we believe gives us our value and our self-worth. And religion just happens to be one of those things that make it super easy to do this with. What do you think Jesus thought about people like this? Was he proud of them for being so moral? No, actually, he called them out over and over, assigning them all kinds of reality checks. For example, take the Sermon on the Mount. To those who thought they were good enough because they didn't outwardly break the laws, at least not in public, then Jesus said to them, "You know that adultery is wrong, but if you've even looked at a woman with lust, then you've already committed adultery with her in your heart." So much for feeling morally perfect, huh? The point was, you're no better than someone else just because you think that you're more moral than others. In my mind, I think of it like this. Say that me and you are on a boat that's sinking, right? And you jump off the boat and you jump 5 feet off the boat. And I jump twice as far. I jump 10 feet off of the boat. And then say I turned around and started bragging to you about how I outjumped you and how I got legs of a grasshopper. You'd probably be confused because my ability to jump further means nothing if we're still both 100 miles from the shore. No matter how good I felt about my jump, we're both about to die. Even if I could jump twice as far as you, it doesn't matter because my jump can't save me any more than your jump could save you. It's kind of like that in Christianity, and here's why. To start, none of us are perfect. I think we'd all admit that. Well, at least most of us.
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
The fact is, God is perfect, and all of us are way too far from the mark to possibly reach perfection ourselves. Only Christ was, and if we have to be graded next to the standard of Christ, then we're all gonna flunk with flying colors. If the problem is the number one thing that gives you your value and gives you your self-worth causes you to look down on other people, then how can we escape this with religion? With the exception of Christianity, all religions claim that you have to earn your salvation and your way to God by being moral or denying your moral faults. This naturally causes people to look down on people who aren't so moral and to either feel morally superior or to feel morally insecure about the fact that they can't be perfect. But Christianity is unique in a very important way, Because we can't feel better than someone else because of how good we are, then it makes us realize that we can't feel morally superior to someone else because of how bad they are. This means that our value and our self-worth can't come from our moral behavior, it can't come from how good we are. Instead, we can put our self-worth and our value in the fact that Christ loved us so much that he was willing to die for us. So that means that it doesn't leave us insecure either. And that goes for anyone and everyone who will accept his offer. We're no longer doing good things in order to try to earn righteousness or forgiveness or salvation, but instead we do good things because we're thankful to God for what he's done for us and we want to serve him and others. We aren't saved because we're good people or because of all the good things we've done, so how could we possibly feel superior to someone else that we think isn't as good as we are? We can't. And if we do, then we fail to appreciate or understand Christianity. Now, this doesn't mean that we're perfect or we're not going to mess up, but it should still be humbling. Now, I'm not saying that you should be a Christian for any reason besides it being true. And I give reasons to think that it is on other videos on this channel. But in principle, understanding how Christianity works should make us humble and also secure and confident at the same time. So you, me, and the worst person that you know have all jumped out of a drowning boat. Now, they may have jumped 2 feet, I may have jumped 3 feet, and you may have jumped 50 feet off the boat. But it doesn't matter because we're all still drowning. We can't save ourselves from drowning. Instead, we need to trust the only one who can. And the only one who can save us from drowning is Jesus Christ. So next time you catch yourself feeling a little bit morally superior than everybody else and you decide to give yourself a little pep talk, what are you going to say? Listen here. What do you mean?